there have been very many concerns regards to the injury history of Chelsea FC in the past few days. I don't have that belief in Nicholas Jackson because he plays a lot. Okay, guys, welcome to another excited episode on Chelsea Tribe Africa, where we bring you nothing but just Chelsea conversations and news. Right, guys. We've been off for a while because of the international break and a lot of issues happening in the studio and all of those things. So we've not been able to update you. But then I think it's fine because there was also not a lot happening on the pitch. So it's just fair we allow you to also rest and then gear up for the return of the Premier League after the international break. And right, we will be back in full force after the international, which is just this weekend. Chelsea is playing Bournemouth this weekend, and it is a game that a lot of Chelsea fans are really, really waiting for. But before then, we've not really had a very good start. I wouldn't say it was a bad start, but it wasn't a very good start to the season. After we lost our Premier League opener to Man City and then won away to Wolves, a whooping 6-2. That was a highlight for a lot of Chelsea fans, and everybody started talking how the team could, how well the team performed, and we're more expectant. But then unfortunately, we drew. We drew to Crystal Palace at home at Stamford Bridge. That was a shocker to a lot of Chelsea fans as well. But then I think we can only draw lessons from what has happened within the first 3 games we've played in the Premier League, and then before the international break, the coach could use this opportunity to improve his tactics, to find ways and means of bettering the team and making the team a better team to face Bournemouth and the rest of the other teams that we are going to be playing in the rest of the season. Right, so it is very interesting that a lot of things are happening, and I think right now this is what we want to talk about. And then while we wait for the season to begin, right? I've already said that. We didn't start the season very well. A lot of fans are not really happy. Yes, we will still support the team, but then we have to say it when they don't do well. For me, I think it is not even about the results. It's about how they play. The performance, has not been very good for me. Their eagerness to win, their morale level is very low, and we need to see these guys wanting to win, right? Wanting to win. If they show that pressure, if they show that posturing, and they lose or draw, come on, we can't complain. We can't complain. Football is either a win, loss, or a draw. But then it depends on how much you want to win. So going forward, this is what I want to see from the players. They have to show that commitment that they want to win this. And at the end of the day, for me, it's not even about having the best players in the world. It's about that commitment of the players to want to win. It's about that fighting spirit. And that is exactly what we want to see. And Enzo Maresca should make things clear to these boys. If you don't show that commitment, you sit on the bench. You sit on the bench. And going forward, we need to see, the players winning a lot more than losing. Because if we really want to get up there, and trust me, this season, we shouldn't get anywhere lower than top 4. Anywhere below top 4 is a fail for me. At least a top 4 in the Premier League. Right, so basically, that is my expectation. Please let me know what your expectations are in the comment section as well. As usual, you know how we do it. Let us know where you're watching us from, which part of Africa you are watching us from, and also let us know what you think about our first, campaign in Premier League, first 3 campaigns in Premier League as well. Right, and I know how it is, yeah? Like, everybody wanted Victor Osimhen to come to Chelsea. Everybody wanted, towards the transfer deadline, everywhere you turn, it was about Victor Osimhen. Left, Victor Osimhen. Right, Victor Osimhen. Front, Victor Osimhen. Back, Victor Osimhen. Unfortunately, unfortunately, Victor Osimhen declined to come to Stamford Bridge. I mean, reasons best known to him, because I believe that if it is the structure of the transfer that he was having problems with. You remember Chelsea, there were reports that Chelsea actually wanted him on loan and also with obligation to buy. But then all of these things didn't really quite work very well with him. And from what we heard, though the salary wasn't at his expectation, but then I think it was something workable. But for me, I believe there was something wrong, like somewhere. It wasn't just about the money. I believe there was something wrong somewhere, but then that is just my view of things. But after all, he has made his decision, and he decided to go to Galatasaray on the same loan. Probably, maybe the wages are still the same. I mean, he was able to get what he wanted on his wages and all of that. But then we can't blame him. That is his career. That is his decision to make, and he knows what is best for him. He and his team knows what is best for him. So they decided to choose Galatasaray. But then I would have been very happy, and a lot of Chelsea fans would have been very happy for Osimhen to, come to Chelsea. But who knows? There are still a lot of years ahead. Hopefully he's still in form, and hopefully Chelsea will still be interested in Osimhen. Aside Osimhen, there have been a lot of other transfers. I mean, the likes of Eghbali William, who a lot of people are talking about, who a lot of where he comes from, a lot of people are excited about the future of that young chap, Eghbali William, right there. And I mean, how better to feel, as a Chelsea fan, than to feel good to have such a player to be coming in the future. So it's mixed feeling. Right now, things are not really the way we want. But then with, the likes of Eghbali William, Kendrick Pies, these young talented guys coming, sometime in the next year or two, there is hope that the club would really, really, really come back to winning ways, if not now. So I'm hopeful. I'm very excited about some of these signings. We didn't get to Victor Osimhen. We couldn't, and that actually brings complaints about our issues with our number 9. Victor Osimhen would have been a perfect solid number 9, because trust me, I don't have that belief in Nicholas Jackson, because he plays a lot. To be honest with you, that is what I think. He's not that clinical finisher that we need to be able to progress as a team. So we needed somebody who we can rely on, a reliable number 9, probably in the likes of Victor Osimhen. And Ivan Toney was also in the picture, but then from what I'm gathering, it was seen as though Ivan Toney wasn't any big upgrade to Nicholas Jackson. So if we couldn't get a Victor Osimhen, why not just keep Nicholas Jackson? Well, for me, we'll see how things will go. And also we have McDew there, though he's inexperienced, but I feel that he's going to pick up, and he's going to work things out as well, right? And also, our defense, a lot of us were expecting to have some solid, signing of a defender, but unfortunately, we didn't get any, or we didn't sign any player in that regard. But the thinking is that Enzo Maresca believes in the abilities of the likes of Fofana and Cole in the centre back. But I think for me, where Chelsea has gotten to, we need to have very good options. Very, very good options. Fofana is just returning from injury. He's good, but he's not as solid as you would expect a Chelsea centre back to be. And we all know Cowell is not as physical as he's supposed to be, as I expect him to be. But what can we do? We just hopeful that things will definitely work out as planned, because it's really, really going to be a problem if we are going to be having issues in our defense. Sanchez, well, not that of a top goalkeeper, but I think he's manageable. Jorgensen also coming into the club for, the first time, still have, a couple of things to deal with. But hopefully, he will have a good season. He has already started work at Chelsea. Hopefully, he will have a very good season, and hopefully things would go right. And we cannot say that is the end of it. There will be more transfer windows will be opened in the coming months and years. So definitely, probably the management of the team, the directors would be looking at getting us more players to augment the squad in the coming transfer windows. Right. Also, talking about the management of the team, they've been very, very unpalatable concerns regards to the issues surrounding the two top shareholders of Chelsea now, which is Clearlake Capitals, and which is headed by the man Eghbali, and also Todd Boehly, who is the fronting chairman of Chelsea FC. And this has raised a lot of concerns in the rank and file of the stakeholders of the club. And for me, this issue has to be solved as quickly as possible, because it can have a direct impact in the performance of the team. Already, we are not doing well. So we don't need any other issues to add up to what we are already facing as a team. We really, really need this issue to be solved as soon as possible. Now, it has gotten to the extent that, Eghbali is considering taking ownership or purchasing the shares of Clearlake Capitals, and Clearlake is not also interested in selling, and they are rather also saying that they can also purchase Todd Boehly's shares if he wished to sell. And right now it is hanging in the balance, but I'm hopeful that these guys will solve this particular issue, and put the club forward rather than their own interest, and make things work. If it is not going to happen, whoever is going to sell their shares should do so, and let's have a united front going into this particular season. We've not had very good seasons in the past 2 years since they took over. We have to improve upon that, and that is what the fan base is expecting the management to do. They should put their differences aside and let's move forward. A lot of people feel that Todd Boehly is the best man if they should even sell or buy each other's shares. Some people feel that Eghbali would be able or has the power to buy, but then who is the better manager of the team, of the club? Who do you think can manage the club better? For me, I think I'm quite on the fence on this. Please let me know what you think about this particular issue. Do you think Todd Boehly should be the man to handle Chelsea completely, or you think Eghbali should be the one? Because one of the things that when you are, working with people is that it's very difficult to take decisions that you feel is good, because what you are thinking might not be what the other person is thinking. But when you are single-handedly taking responsibility of the club, then you are able to take your decisions. And when they don't work, it's your responsibility. You are the one in charge. But then let's hope things go well. Let's see how things will go. And coming back into the league, let's see how things are going to go. And also, there have been very many concerns regards to the injury history of Chelsea FC in the past few days. In our last game against Crystal Palace, we saw Gusto substituted because he picked up an injury on the field. That injury is becoming a concern. Lavia hasn't played in our last two games aside the Man City game he played because of injuries. Reece James, as I said, has been injured for some time now. I think after preseason, he has had injury concerns and he hasn't played since then. And we are hoping that he will recover very soon and then be back to the team. Cole Palmer as well. We understand he's having some muscle stress here and there, and that actually made him pull out from the England squad when they called him up to play in the Nations League and all of that. So these are some injury concerns. Philip Jorgensen also sort of picked up an injury in international duty when he played for his home side or his country side, Denmark. He picked up some injuries. As to the level of the injury, it is yet to be made clear to the public what extent of the injury it is, what extent of injury he has at the moment. But then hopefully all of them would be fit and back to play our first game against Bournemouth. That is what we are expecting. For me, Lavia, for example, is very, very key to our progress in the Premier League this season, because we've seen how he performed in preseason in the few games he played. Lavia is a very key player in our squad, and here I'm hoping that he would, though I've heard reports that he will be joining the squad to play Bournemouth, but we are just hopeful that he's fully fit and can fully come back to play. There are also concerns about Enzo Fernandez's performance over the past few games we've played. I think we've not really seen the best of Enzo Fernandez. We really need to actually see what he can put or what he can bring to the table, because at the end of the day, we cannot just Chelsea cannot be playing you based on your market value. Then you have to prove to the club that you are worthy of playing the games or playing every game that we have. Else, for me, I'm sorry, you have to sit on the bench. You would have to sit on the bench. So Enzo Fernandez also have to improve. Enzo Fernandez has to improve his game. We need a collective team performance. We need a collective team performance, because if one person is doing well and the others are not doing well, we are not going to be able to perform. We need everybody to perform, to be at their best for us to be able to move forward. Right. So basically, Enzo Fernandez, we're hoping that he would come back. Cole Palmer, speedy recovery. All of you hoping that this weekend they'll be able to feature and play some good football for us to win against Bournemouth. It's a very important game for us. We've only won one game out of two, drew one, and also lost one. Yes, it is not bad, but we can improve on that performance and get into winning ways and become, head towards the top four, or even, third or second place. It wouldn't be bad. You know what I mean? Let's push for it. Let's push for it. I'm very hopeful that Chelsea is going to do well this season. It all depends on how the boys are willing to work hard, how they are willing to push, how they are willing to sacrifice, how they are willing to, put their all in the games to make sure that we win. So hopefully things would definitely go through. And also the other concern is that now we have Reece James out, we have Gusto out. Who is going to be playing the right back? And in that case, there've been a lot of conversations around Caicedo coming back to the right back, because I think he has played there before and he has been good at the right back, and that would create room for Lavia to come in. And then but let's see, it's Enzo Maresca's ball. Let's see how things will go. Let's see how things will pan out. Let's see how he plays. For me, I'm very excited that the league is coming back after the international break. We've had some injury concerns, but hopefully it is not going to take them out for a very long time, and we would be able to have a good team that can face the teams we are going to be facing. And in the subsequent days, we'll be bringing you more updates as to what is happening in the camp of Chelsea FC. And as usual, if you are watching for the first time, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, smash the bell notification icon so that you can always get notifications anytime. And don't forget to let us know where you are watching from. This is Chelsea Tribe Africa. My name Prince Hamdan, the Prince of Chelsea. Until the next episode, peace. I'm out.